Hello boys and girls. Today we are going to be making Minecraft selfies. If you already have graph paper or know how to make it yourself, you can skip ahead to around minute 3 of this video, or keep watching and see how to do it for future use. If you're going to make a Minecraft character and you don't have graph paper, you can take a ruler with regular paper. It may be easier to use lined paper, but then you'll have to match up the size of the lines you have. So college ruled is not the preferred graph paper. But with your ruler, if you're making this for younger kids, make larger areas. So I'm going to do every ½ inch. And as we learn in middle school, in order to make a line, you need 2 points. Any 2 points will make a line. Keeping my markings the same, continue down the page. Now I have a marking every ½ inch. I'm going to do the same on the other side. You can use the same technique if you need to make yourself some lined paper. Just don't reverse it. Now, connect your 2 lines. My ruler may be a little too short to do this, so I can even fold up the page until it's even with both points and trace them together. Use a very light hand because, as you can see, the paper will bow up on you and you won't get a straight line. I'm going to finish this. Now that one side is done, you can turn your paper and start making lines on the other side. Remember, you used a ½ inch measurement last time, so you're going to want to do the exact same measurement this time. I'm going to continue doing this up this side, down that side, and connect them. Here is our finished homemade graph paper. Look at how neat it looks. The first direction is to find the center of the page. Now, because this is something that's 3-dimensional and you can pick it up, you could always fold your paper in half one way to find the center, and fold it in half again to determine that's about the center of the page. Or you can count each of your blocks, or count 1, 2, 3, and so on, moving into the center, and do it the same to find it this way. But before I draw my nose, I want to experiment and find out just how my nose is going to look. So I'm going to need a second graph paper. With my sample graph paper, I can choose to go anywhere because it's just testing out different methods of making noses. So, if I move it up so you can see all of it, I'll start in the upper right hand. Maybe I'll start with a lowercase c. So that means I'm going to thicken these lines. Maybe I'll grab a different marker so you can see better. So a lowercase c is just like this. And that's kind of like a Simpson's nose. If I move to a larger C, maybe I'll fill up some more space. That's if I think that I'm gonna have a lot of room for my nose. Maybe I'll do a lowercase b or a d. This is going to take 2 lines and 1 square. Or the D, 2 lines and another square. Perhaps I want the letter U, which is most common, or the reverse of that, the N. If I want it more fancy, maybe a feminine nose, I'll go and do a U and drag it out. So the nostrils would go here. There's a lot of options to choose from. I'll come back to this paper when I'm ready to do the next steps. Here's my original graph paper, and there's my marking for the center. I'm going to take my, how about pink marker? This one's a broad tip, just like the last one I used. And I will do a lowercase b for my nose. So, with the marking somewhere over here, 2 down and 1 over. You can also choose to leave that line out. There's lots of different choices for noses. Now I'm going to look at the mouth. We want the mouth larger than the nose and either 1 or 2 blocks below it. But I'm keeping in mind that I still need to finish my face and draw my neck and shoulders. That being said, let's go back to the scrap paper and try out some mouths. The basic mouth shape is a rectangle. If you fill it in white, there are your teeth. But if you want a smiley face, maybe you'll do a block, 2 blocks, and another block, and all of these will be filled in with a color. Perhaps you want to take it further and add another. I hope that nobody is going to do a frowny face, which can be made even larger than that. I think I'm going to do a smiley face, and I'll use my same pink. Dropping down for my philtrum, that's where your upper lip is, I'm going to draw maybe 3 blocks across and 1 block up. It'll look better when I fill it in. In the meantime, let's work on eyes. The basic eye shape is a square. I can make this the color of my actual eye. In my case, it would be blue. And that might look nice. Just make sure when you make your other eye that you don't color in that one or you'll be cross-eyed. Color in the same one. Another technique to make Minecraft eyes leaving a teardrop shape out, or let's make larger eyes. If you make it 6 blocks, you can color in the entire middle section the color of your eye. That's the most standard. I like this. I might do one of these and one of these. Let's see how it looks. This time, I'll use my brown and I'll color it in with my blue. In regular portraits, you use the top of your nose to find where your eyes go. So, if I skip over for the cornea, I'll do my 3 blocks without shading in this part just yet, and then I'll do my 4 blocks, again, without shading that in just yet. Now, let me take my blue marker. This one is a medium point. Broad point would work probably a little bit better. And color it in completely. If you were doing a chibi or anime character, you might want to leave a little white spot. This is entirely your preference because it's your personal picture of you. Looking good so far. There's not much room left on this page, so I need to economize. I want to try different shapes of the face. So they'll appear smaller on my scrap paper, and I'll just have to make them larger on my other paper. For somebody with a thin face, they may just want to do 6 blocks lengthwise and expand it, or maybe you'll start out large, come in for a cheekbone, and go back out, like the letter I, and your eyes would be up here, your nose would be here, and your mouth would be here. Maybe you want to extend that to make it look a little bit more realistic. The more blocks you add to things, the better it'll be. Now we're getting a Squidward character. Long nose, eyes, mouth. We could extend the chin part. Just keep in mind you're going to have a neck. What I think I'm going to do with my larger face, extend out the chin, maybe just 1 instead of 2. And you can step it up, like I said. Let's see how it turns out in the finished product. Keep in mind you're doing this with your pencil so you can erase. I'm using marker so you can see better. The marker I have that's closest to skin tone is called Marigold Orange, and this is another broad, so like the outside. I'm gonna start around here because I know I'm going to want to add hair curling into my face. And in. And out again. Maybe this side is a little bit more plain. In for some bangs. In for a loose strand of hair. Maybe it'll go between my eyes. another loose strand, and back around. Now, with the hair all situated and no ears because I'm going to be having long hair, I'm going to work on my neck. Right now my head is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. So if I had ears in a realistic picture, I would draw them straight down. In a Minecraft character, I might come in 1 block on this side, maybe 1 block on this side, go down again, across for my skin tone, and then I can start my shoulders. For a red shirt, I can trace over my neckline, bring the collar down if I want, or I could leave it flat. In a realistic picture, you want to duplicate your head 3 times for your shoulder length. In a Minecraft portrait, I might just go a little further out than my head and angle down. If you want to do a shrug, like your character is confused, you may want to add a block or 2 up. On this side, I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And down. For the arms, think about how wide they would be and how wide your body would be. You're limited to the blocks. So if I choose 3 for my arm, how big will my body be? That looks about right. And to make it believable, you can add a little T. Now to add my hair. I choose to have cascading hair, which goes down on an angle. In order to make curls in Minecraft characters, you want to go further down than you think you need, over, at least 2, up, over, and around. The more curls you make in your hair, the more silly your character is going to look. I'm just tracing my facial shape so I don't mess up having a face and a head of hair. Maybe some of the hair goes off the picture, and that's okay. And this time, it's going down to my shirt. Anything you want to do will be just as good. If you want to add ears, you can add ears. Use the same shapes you did for the nose. This is my rough image of me, and then I'm going to color it in. I can add a design to my shirt. It's very popular to add words like the word hi or hello, or I can add a heart. This is a great project if you only have Crayola's 8 colored crayons. You're limited to 8, but you only need 8 to get what you want accomplished. If you're light-skinned like me, you can use orange. If you're dark-skinned like some of my friends, you can use brown. It may be limited, but that's the best we can do with computer-generated Minecraft characters. I'm gonna finish this image, and I'll see you at the end. Here's my finished self-portrait with a heart on my chest, as best I could do with Minecraft. I chose a vertical stripe shirt with green and purple, a blue sky in the background, and a sun in the upper right-hand corner, as best I could again. The lips are a combination of orange with red to show fullness and depth of color. My hair is brown with bits of red in it, so I tried brown with red, and I think it came out really cute. I hope you enjoyed this activity. I hope you give it a try, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.